こんな世界だからこそ全部夢を追わなきゃ。僕も仲間も。
Hey everyone, Ink here, Sabin versus the Devs number 3. This is really Terra versus the Devs because this fight is really weird. Terra handles the instant turn rate that you need, and Queen is just an aura bot. She obviously has her Brave Plus that also handles the aura, but she's really just an aura bot that can heal if I give the boss turns. And Sabin doesn't give a crap that the boss resists imperil. The ignore defense is more than enough for him to deal damage, which is totally refreshing. The calls are great. Gabranth adds defense down, brave damage, HP damage up, which is better on a debuff. Hope is on Sabin for magic imperil and brave damage up. And Queen's got Jack, and we all know Jack is brave damage and defense, so really, really good calls. But what's cool, I'm not opening with Sabin's LD because I want to get breathing room for the Cloud of Darkness friend, so I want to get all my calls up because I want to go no boss turns. So Sabin opening with Razor Gale, that capped, seriously, with just Hope's debuff, without his LD debuff. Look at Queen. Yeah, hitting ones and Sabin's capping. Just amazing how self-sufficient he is. It really is amazing. He doesn't even need, obviously he's got the weak damage from Hope, but didn't need his own imperil. So I'm not going to talk too much about this fight because it wasn't that notable. But Sabin gave the breathing room with Razor Gale because he can't delay at the end of the fight because these guys become immune to delay until they take an action. So if you're going 0 boss turns, that won't really help. But this Cloud of Darkness from Marvan is doing work. Blue armor, oh my gosh, so much damage with all these calls up and Queen's auras. Queen's probably the best aura bot in the game right now. And I'm a little ahead in analysis. Yuna is very, very good. But yeah, Rosa, I like Rosa, but my God, I feel like they really shafted her in pushing her further. I think they were probably scared of her from the Chaos era, and so they sort of held back a little bit. But I really can't see a reason to ever, unless you love Rosa. If you love Rosa, then go ahead and use her. She has an amazing costume. But why would you ever use Rosa over Queen? Because they do comparable things. Rosa's a better healer, I guess. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll just banter. Banter's good, right? So I just got the community tab open in Patreon, in YouTube. So thank you, everybody that subbed to me. Thank you to Black Nero for helping posting and the ranting hour and everything to really push that forward and get me the community post. So super happy about that. During the ranting hour, the last one, Blind Eye guested on it, which was great. Always good to hear Blind Eye because he's so chill, so relaxed all the time. It goes with that format a lot, but they were talking about the shelf life of characters and whether that's still relevant. And I'll just say my perspective on it is it's never been relevant, the shelf life on characters. I used Sabin in 50 consecutive chaos fights when most people wrote him off as dead on arrival. And I ran him all that time. You see Yoshi Pasta running Arden all over the place. People running Kadaj. When people said Kadaj is not going to get used after after the first month or whatever, and he's still going. And really, I agree with Black Nero that it's as long as you want to use them. If you want to use your favorites for longer, you are incentivized to either A, pull synergy, B, pull characters that have sort of interesting niches in their kit. So Terra, for example. Terra spams turns like crazy, and it means that you can abuse characters that have follow-ups like Cloud of Darkness or Core or Yang. And so it opens you up for more space, right? Because you're able to overpower the bosses with just a synergistic team. So that is I feel like those are the things that you need more than anything to like get characters through. And obviously if your character is either A, self-sufficient like Sabin is, so it's very easy for me to run him in different teams. This was the first team I thought of. I pulled Tidus. I didn't even need to try Tidus. I'm lying. I tried Tidus and I found Tidus in place of Terra. The run was even just, I don't know why, it was slightly harder. Maybe I'm not using Tidus to the right degree currently. But yeah, Tidus is really fun to use, but just this team didn't, I don't know why it didn't work as well with him instead of Terra. But yeah, characters that have really wide kits are also really easy to run places. That's why people were able to run Gladio and they're able to run like Ignis in so many different fights that you never would have thought you'd never expect to see them in. It's a testament to the wide like role of the character and how many different teams they can work in. That's super cool. So yeah, the should you pull stuff is total garbage now. There's no way. It's always going to be, it depends. Do you like the character? Do you have characters that work with them? And really the whole work with them thing is out the window unless they have a unique kit. Because you look at Rosa, everyone works with Rosa. There's nothing special about her kit. So she's just a generic Aurabot, unfortunately. I wish they gave her a little bit more. But I mean, the same thing is true a little bit for Deuce. Deuce provides magic brave damage up, so that's a little bit of a niche. But even still, like, some characters don't get as much, and they're sort of pretty generic. But when you get a character that's niche and special, that is when you know that you've got something different on your hands that's worth going for if you can build around them, like Setzer. Setzer gives the entire party a chance to cap their brave damage at all times. You can bypass support, you bypass enemy defense, brave damage, etc. I'm super excited for Setzer. And then on top of it, that's not his only trick. He delays enemies by a turn when you need. He can also freeze their brave for 9 entire turns over the course of a fight. And as you'll see in Transcendence 4, 9 turns is a huge, huge deal when you're dealing with 2 Vayne horses. Those Vayne horses, man, I remember the Sabin saga with the Vayne horses. I hated that because I wanted to run a full holy team of Sabin, Paladin, Cecil, and Yuri. I had all of them maxed out, and it was utter torture. It was awful, and it was because of Yuri's auras being conditional with Chelinka out and his speed being weird. That's why after that, I started disliking Yuri a lot. Yeah, this run was really fun, and it's really nice, by the way. Like, I just spammed Orican. I don't think I used his EX once this fight. I didn't ever need it. And it's not because he got... I mean, no one came low on skills, not even Terra, just because of the, like, Clouded Darkness friend dealing a lot of damage. But, I mean, Terra's carrying the second half of this pretty easily, and obviously having a burst. A lot of people did this burstless. Jin Lee didn't use burst, but hey, he used core. Core is basically a burst weapon. So core deals a lot of damage. He's just super powerful because he doesn't have the restriction that like Yang and Gladio and others do, where you have to like wait for a specific edge case in the fight to abuse them. Gladio, you need them to take turns. Yang, you have to like basically take a bunch of turns, and Core works with Terra because he can keep reapplying his buff, which is pretty cool. I really wanted that Tiger Break to kill the boss, but anyway, I hope you like the banter. It's really random banter. If you want any topics that you'd like to hear about, just holler. But otherwise, I wish everyone the best of luck. Hope you got Tidus if you wanted him, and take care. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.